All right, man, we're live.
And we are live. Welcome back to Granted. Here we are recording in the studio.
There we
It's
go.
a beautiful studio and
Undisclosed location.
undisclosed location.
We this is take two because it's such a nice room, and creators like myself should have access to this room. But I've walked in here multiple times. Did I tell you what happened last time I tried to record?
The DJs?
No. Obviously, they should have. They came in and they were doing their thing. But no, episode before that, I came in. It was about 6:00. There were these girls in here. They were actually shooting a video, so they had good purpose.
Okay.
And then I was like, hey, do you mind if I use this in I have a podcast around 7. Do you guys mind if I use it then? And they're like, yeah, no problem. I wait, and they're not leaving, bro. And they're not leaving. So and they were, how long does it take to shoot a video on iPhone? I mean, whatever you're doing.
I mean, it depends on the video.
I don't know what they're shooting in here, but it just, people use it to study, so we can't give the location off,
Oh, okay. Because there are study pods downstairs, but
there's
they
study
want
pods.
this room.
I don't know why you'd want this room if you're just, it is an elite room, but
keep it for the arts. Don't allow,
I
people
like
to just
that.
come
Yeah,
around
I
here.
mean, to all my other fellow podcasters, come on in. I'll just shoot me a DM. I'll let you know where it's at. But
Okay.
in the meantime, it's in Narnia for
Yeah, well, as long as you
people
let me
that
in,
ask.
I'm happy.
Exactly, and now you know where it is. So just make sure you treat it with respect and everything.
Yes.
But yes, Torben looks like he's ready to give a TED talk, and that was a accurate description.
I figured let's just dress it up.
Right.
Class it up. Why not? It makes just the whole podcast feel a bit more, put together. Cause I've watched the past couple episodes. You goof around a lot, so I figured I'd come in here and lay down the law a bit. Show up dressed right, but enjoy your jersey and your Birks, bro.
Yeah, at least they can't see my feet, man. It's good, but yeah. Do you want to say whose coat that is that you're wearing?
It doesn't matter, bro.
Okay. And glasses.
All right. These are Grant's clothes.
But yes, we did kind of switch roles because I just had a video interview and I was wearing the jacket, and I just got out of that and thought I would rep the Denver jersey today.
Yes.
But this podcast is more. It's just to catch up on life, man. There's a lot of things that are going on that behind the scenes people are dying to know about, of course, and it's just important to talk about life sometimes.
Because I see the comments. Where's DeBron? What is he up to? We want him.
Yeah,
back.
Exactly. When's his next gig? Where can we find him? All that stuff.
I see it.
The fans want more.
Here I am. Is all I have to say to the fans.
Do you have a clickbaitable title for us this episode?
I don't know.
We'll think on it.
Yeah, I'll have one by the end of the episode. We'll see what I get around.
Okay. But yeah, big weekend behind us. Obviously losing to Alabama is a shit show, but give us an update on what's been going on and where your headspace at. Because we're in fall and that's your favorite month, not favorite month, favorite season.
Yes.
So talk to us a little bit. Talk to the fans.
Well, I'm gonna preach to the choir here and say that this fall has been pretty disappointing so far.
Why do you say that?
Weather-wise,
okay.
Just recently it was cold this morning, but so far before that it's been hot. It's been 80s, maybe even break the 90s, and I just saw reports about how fall is gonna be shorter and less colorful this year, and it's disappointing, but I'm doing what I can to make the most of it. I bought some colored pencils the other day, and I drew my house, but set in the fall.
Are you serious? Why did you not bring it with you, bro?
I can show up. I'll pull it up on my phone.
Yeah, pull it up.
But I've been doing what I can to get into the fall spirit.
Yeah.
So that's been nice for me. I drink my pumpkin coffee.
Yep, he loves his pumpkin spice.
Here it is, bro.
Dude,
that's not a joke.
Oh my god. When I say that he's so much more than a guitarist,
it's just
and a musician, it's unreal when you do these things and you just are so nonchalant about it.
Well, I did just reveal it on a podcast, but yeah.
But no one, you just dropped that. Oh yeah, I drew this the other day, and then what? You've been painting banners.
I've been painting banners
for your girlfriend.
Yes,
and they look good. They look better than, honestly, most people here can't draw that well.
Right.
So it's just, it just makes me feel a little bit less achieving.
Well, how much
myself,
time do you spend practicing on drawing?
I don't, but how much do you?
I used to spend a lot. You spent a lot.
What time was this? This
You
was,
know,
the early days.
I would do it at home for fun, but in school, at every single paper, there'd be Batman, Spider Man. I would draw a lot of just my house, or I'd just come up with a house design. I'd draw
Yeah.
like log cabins. I'd draw cars.
Okay.
All the walls in my room at home were painted.
Okay.
With like the
You painted them?
Beatles. Yes,
Really?
yes. My parents would let me. And
Dude, that's crazy.
because I can just paint over it again. And my house, since we're selling it, it'll be what? It's sold as is and sold to a builder. So
I'm sure your house was worth so much less with you drawing on the walls.
well, we're selling
Darth
it to,
Maul on the main wall of your room,
they're
dude.
tearing it down. They're tearing it down. So whatever shit I put on the wall, whatever.
That's good. That's good.
So that yes, you're ass at drawing, but you should feel bad if you haven't, if you tried and you sucked. But I don't think you try that much to draw. No offense.
Yeah, no, I'm not a big drawer. I can't say.
You know.
Are you more of a Diary of a Wimpy Kid type of character in the back of the classroom drawing the
Fregley,
cheese?
bro?
Yeah. Are you
Fregley.
Fregley vibes, or is that what you were on?
I think I'm more the Roderick type. But what do you mean? Like I drew in the back of the class,
I mean, there's
like,
so
artsy.
many movies and so many references to the kid the nerdy ass kid, respectfully, who draws in the back of the classroom of
right.
a dragon mixed with a horse, right? And then they're showing it to, or they're a perfect example is Napoleon Dynamite,
I know.
who I'm being for Halloween.
Yeah,
And so, is that you? Is that what you're up to?
I was a bit. I do have a strong creative side. I will say that.
You do, and I respect it. I love it.
And I realize, the reason you don't expect me to be good at that is because I choose to, not reveal that sometimes because some of the stuff I'm into is a bit too nerdy. I was like that a bit. I do really love Star Wars. I do really love Marvel and Harry Potter and all that. But if you talk about it too much, if I made it too clear that I was into that, then I would become a Fregley type, if you will. So it was a calculated choice.
Okay.
Do it in my own time.
Right.
Keep it. And if people ask, or if I'm asked to share on a podcast about what I'm up to, then it'll come out.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna.
You're not gonna openly talk about it.
I realize not everyone wants to see my artwork.
I think everyone would want to see that drawing.
Okay. Well, and
I think if you could draw my house in the fall time, I would put it in my room.
And
I would frame it.
Send me in.
And because my roommates are not going to watch this because they're not real fans, and I have an idea that I really want to make true. So our roommate group is called the Animal Kingdom. We all have an animal nickname.
Yes.
I want to make a massive flag with an Animal Kingdom flag.
All right, bro. I'll do it for free. Yeah.
I would. You could help me design it. You could help me draw it. I don't know, but I kind of want to put their faces on the animals, and then maybe put us on a farm or some bullshit.
I love stuff like that.
There's definitely. I enjoy that too. Listen. As much as I don't draw, I do have that creative side, and I love it.
Yes.
Great example. I was the one that built the Neyland Stadium Lego set, not Barrett, and it was his mom who bought it for him. I was the one that finished it.
Yes.
Custom posters in my room. That I took those pictures and made sure that they were customized for my room. Like,
there we go.
I love it.
There we go.
It just takes different forms,
Yes.
But being creative, it's a beautiful thing. It's fun.
The reason I was able to let that creativity out, my bad, bro.
Yeah, you good? You just keep tapping.
The reason I was able to let that creativity out is I was alone for the first time. Or I had some
Right.
more. I wasn't alone the whole weekend, but I had more alone time than usual. My girlfriend was out of town this weekend, and I love her very much, and we hang out a lot. And so when she's gone, I have more time than I used to. So that's why I bought these pencils.
Nice.
Or I had more time to play guitar. I posted a TikTok for the first time in a while.
Good.
And not that I can't do it when she's here or when I'm hanging out with people, but I just choose not to.
Right. The priorities change.
Yeah, well, my priorities is just like I'd rather hang out with people than be alone. Most of the time, but now when it's like when I had a reason when you were out of town too, so it's like people are out of town. I had some time, so it lets me be creative and sit there for a while, and I got all my homework done, so I felt good about that. So I could just sit there, draw for a while, whatever, and I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that.
Not on the mic. Not on the mic, bro.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, makes sense, man. Free time. You had a lot of time freed up, and why nothing better to do than be creative? Because at some point you'll get tired of watching YouTube videos, and I know how that feels.
It was The Sopranos is what I would watch.
I've heard so many good things about that show,
gas,
dude.
bro.
So what is it on?
HBO Max.
Okay. Yeah, I need to start that.
Watch it, bro.
It sounds. I've gotten so many good recs from that.
Makes me very proud. My last name is Uchetti, bro.
Yeah.
Uchetti.
Why? Why is that? What?
Italian
doesn't it cover
heritage.
the mob or something?
Maybe, bro.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
But
yes.
I just feel like Tony Soprano. Day to day, sitting in class.
Good.
I'm kidding, bro. But I'm kidding. But it's a good show. But yeah, I'd watch like 8 episodes a day, this weekend, and that's too much. Well, that was like Thursday, Friday, and I was like Saturday. I gotta do something
Right.
to feel proud of myself.
Go watch the game with the guys.
Yeah, so I did that. Yeah, and then I got out of the house, watched Tennessee Alabama game, and that was electric.
Not really.
It was
But I saw how electric it was for you.
It was electric to go be there with my friends.
Yes. Yes.
And that was nice. But let's talk about your weekend, bro.
Yeah.
The legacy weekend.
Yeah. Really big weekend. Going down to Alabama. That has been in the works since summer.
Yeah.
Maybe even longer than that. I remember, I was in Brentwood with Mia and her friends. Two of her friends went to Alabama, and we planned, we talked about us coming down. Oh, yeah. And it's weird when that time finally comes. You've been looking forward to something for that long.
You show up at their door.
Finally comes, and it's weird to think you got to stay in the moment. So we went down to Alabama. I ended up not staying with the person I thought I was going to.
Yes.
But I stayed with one of my closest friends from Colorado, and she was a wonderful host to me. So
I saw you in the dirndls, bro, the German outfit.
Yes, the Oktoberfest date party. That was something else, man. All I came down with was a collared shirt and khakis. So I rolled up my khakis to try and fit.
You got to.
The jorts theme.
Yeah.
And
did the ladies like seeing your shins?
Yeah, and it's everyone just keeps looking down, and I'm just trying to say, ladies, my eyes are up here, right? Yep. Stop looking at my calves, right? I know I'm a hooper and everything, but stop looking at the calves. So, it was a great time. That's what we kicked.
Legs for that?
I did, of course. No, dude, come on now. So that was a great start to the weekend, and then Friday we went out to the fraternities. Why did I say it like that? We went to Cap Sig.
Bang!
Nothing better than getting banded.
Oh,
you know what that means? When you're not supposed to be there, but they get you a band, they'll get you in.
Oh, you're in, no
and
problem.
And then boom, I'm seeing there were so many Tennessee kids at that party. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
They had this famous DJ come on, and you're just seeing people that you didn't expect to see there, And then I'm meeting all of her friends, and that was a great time. That was probably my favorite night.
Okay, that's Friday night?
That was Friday night. It was really, really fun. Saturday, obviously game day. It was my 20th birthday on Saturday.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, bro. And now I am Unc. So, ladies and gentlemen,
yeah,
that's what I will be referred to now, Uncle G. Uncle G kind of has a good ring to it. So
Uncle G's going down to Bama.
But I wasn't Uncle G yet.
Right.
So it was, young blood G. Yeah. So, being 20, turned 20, and unfortunately, I knew that the game could go one of two ways. You win or you lose. We lost on my birthday. We looked like absolute crap, and that was really unfortunate. Yeah, it was unfortunate to lose that game, but again, the atmosphere in Alabama is so much different from ours, and it was just one of those weekends where you got to pick your energy up, or you're simply just not gonna hang.
What are those circle charts called?
Venn diagrams.
Yeah, Venn diagram of Tennessee and Alabama.
I would love to, and then I would love to hear your take on kind of what makes our campus unique and what you like about it.
I mean, I wasn't there, but I can.
I know, but you can attest to what you like about this school.
Okay.
So Alabama is kind of the night and day of Tennessee. You get down there, it's not surrounded by mountains. It's in the plains of Tuscaloosa, and initially, the town of Tuscaloosa, there's nothing there. It's kind of not a great look, but then once you get into the campus, you're impressed immediately. Their buildings and their sororities and their fraternities are so nice. Yeah, we're talking about $1 million mansions just lining up the school. Their stadium was super nice from the outside. They have this massive quad where they host all the tailgates. It's super spread out, and the dorms aren't even dorms. They're apartments. Like, my friend, she has a living room in her dorm, which
Yeah.
is the complete opposite from Hess.
Yeah.
So everything is different about it. The energy down there is different. Like, everyone is in Greek life for the most part, whether that be from the guy side or the girl side. So that was already a little bit different, a lot different than what I'm used to. So
Is the student body a lot different, or
this in terms of
just
what?
the type of people that go there?
I don't think it's too different. One thing I will say about Tennessee is because we're a better school, we tend to pull kids in from a lot more states.
Okay.
The kids that go to Alabama are in state or from Georgia or from around the
So
area
it's mostly
generally.
Alabama kids.
It
go to
is.
Alabama.
It is.
Okay.
And trust me, I talked to a fair share of Alabama kids, and a couple of them, or at least one of them, this girl I talked to during the game said she was being paid to go there. Right? And that
she an
happens to
athlete?
students. No,
Or is she
she's
just
in the
super
nursing
smart?
program down there. So from that perspective, dude, if I was paid to go to a school, I'm 100% taking that offer.
They just not have enough people applying, so they're like, we're just gonna start
You're
paying.
just so above. They want you that bad as a student that they're willing to pay you to go there. I don't know how it works.
Wow.
I just know that it happens. I know someone here that's getting paid to go to Tennessee. So if you're getting paid to go there, no wonder you're pulling in some out-of-state kids.
You're getting NIL deals for good grades.
Dead ass NIL deals for academics.
Yeah, that's pretty tough, honestly.
But
good for her.
You know, I do have to say, shout out to Zeta. You know, I was able to go in the
not
Zeta
the
house.
big man on campus.
What?
You are not the big man.
I
on
was down there, bro. I
Okay.
felt like it. I
Okay.
felt like it. I mean, they have these two girls down there that are insanely TikTok famous. I did not get to talk to them, but you know, maybe we'll get them on the podcast one day.
Let us see the crown, bro.
Yeah,
Zeta crown.
there you go, right there. Shout out Zeta, and their house is beautiful. And you know, I ate a lot of food there. I got 2 free meals at Zeta, so shout out to Zeta for hosting, and for letting me and the other Tennessee kids just have a home for the weekend almost.
Now, you didn't meet those 2 girl influencers, but you met another one.
I did.
Tell us about that, bro.
Which?
The dude you did push-ups with?
Oh, well, I did meet an influencer down there. Thank you for bringing that up. So, yeah, one of the guys that I've followed for a while now, about a year, maybe more, his name's Brad Kraut, and he's a fitness influencer.
Look him up. Sorry. Continue.
Go for it. Fitness influencer. He's the type of guy, he was Penn State. He went to Penn State, and he was famous initially for sitting in the very front row of a lecture hall filled with like 500 people. Have you ever heard the phrase Torben academic weapon?
Oh, I've seen this guy, yeah.
So being an academic weapon started with Brad. I mean, he's the epitome of, being locked in and bringing high energy. So I followed Brad for over a year on YouTube. I watch all his stuff, and I knew he was going to be in Alabama because I was following his Instagram. I checked his stories, and I told Viv, the friend I was staying with, and I was like, "Hey, I'm going to meet. I want to find him on campus. I want to meet him."
Here he is, bro, at Alabama.
There you go.
Underwear.
There you go. Yes, he was in a what is that?
It's like a swimming
What do they call it? A Speedo. He was walking around a Speedo. So he brings high energy, man, and I really relate to that.
Yeah.
And I told Viv, hey, I'm going to meet this dude, and I want to find him on campus. I was on his Snapchat trying to figure out where he was at in relation to where we were. It's a very fan behavior.
But
we come out of the student union sort of area. He has his hair dyed red, and I see his ass walking right down the main walkway.
Oh, yeah.
And here's where, I went up to him, said I was a huge fan. I know he's a fitness influencer. He wakes up at 5 a.m. and does push-ups.
Good.
So I know that I was going to do that.
Good.
So I was like, let's rep 20 out right now. So we're doing 20 push-ups just in front of, on stream or whatever he was doing. And I can't explain to you that feeling. It's kind of like meeting Logan Paul. That's the sort of nervous energy you're thinking about.
I know I was, desperate to please him.
Yes.
To make him think you're cool too.
Exactly. Exactly. So me doing the push-ups, that's, obviously I wouldn't do that.
Did you ask for a picture?
No, I didn't. I didn't ask for a picture, and immediately I felt like an idiot for not doing it.
In the moment, you don't want to
And he was in a rush, so we did 20 push-ups, and he was like, "Yeah, I gotta go, bro." But
All love, maybe.
I thought I was gonna get clipped and put on his. I was waiting for the clip to come
Is
out
he
so
one of
I
those
could show
all day
people.
streamers that he's always
He
filming?
streamed all day.
Then you're probably on that,
I
bro.
was probably on the stream, but I was checking the Instagram and his Snap, and it was never
You can
posted.
go through his stream and just find the
I
time.
don't know if he was streaming, but I will check. I will check.
That's worth checking, bro.
I will, because I'm trying to tell people. I'm trying to tell people how much I wanted to see him,
Yes.
and like, honestly, half of you would make fun of how I reacted, and half of you would. It would make sense how I reacted,
Yes.
but I can't explain how
Bro,
excited
if
I
that's
felt.
his brand, bro, doing push-ups,
Dude,
waking up early, you
I
did
can't
the right
explain.
thing.
Yeah, well, and as I was talking to him, he was like, "Dude, you just gave me so much energy. Like, I can't." It was beautiful.
You gave him energy, bro.
It was beautiful. I was the first influencer I've ever met, and it's kind of just I manifested it.
Yeah.
I knew he was coming down before I even got there.
Manifest and hunted down, but yeah.
Not hunted down because he came strolling my way.
Oh shit. Okay.
We came out of a building and he was right there.
Bang.
So it just worked out, man. I
That is
can't
lovely.
explain.
That
It
is
was
lovely.
so awesome. I know a lot of people can't relate to what I'm talking about because you probably don't know who he is, but what a time. What an amazing interaction.
So you had some good parties, met
Yeah.
some influencers,
Met some
good food.
influencers, good food.
great women hosting you,
That's right.
and
And it's a lot different from where we're at.
okay.
But, I'm curious on what do you think as a school, being at Tennessee, what is your favorite part about being here? What do you think helps us stand out? Because you recently went down to Elon
Yes.
for your brother's senior night. And we'll
Yes.
touch on that. But
We
what do you like most about Tennessee? Give me some aspects of it.
Right. Actually, I haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
Why do I want to stay here?
Yes.
What stops you
What
from
made you want to come here?
leaving?
There's a few things.
Yeah. Well, maybe you want to come here was, I mean, initially, honestly, I saw a TikTok of like a checkered football game,
Yeah.
and
Bro went to one football game.
okay, all right, but as unsure high school student, where am I gonna go? Every other college starts to sound a little bit boring as you're going through the Common App process, and then you see one that just looks like I'd never seen anything like that before. So that hooked me in. Just the fact that we did that, and if it's that fun to be at just one game, I figured I might as well just like, why would I want to be anywhere else?
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the time in high school, what really was going through my mind was like, I want it to be lit. I want it to be fun. I want it to be cool. I wanted to feel like I was in the cool school.
Right.
That's what was going through my head.
School.
I didn't want to go somewhere else and have to worry about, if I went to Tennessee, I'd be having more fun right now. That's honestly because I wasn't, the best academically in high school, and I didn't know I wanted to do guitar until a little bit later. So that's really what was going through my head.
Right.
And then I saw there was a jazz guitar major,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I really started to pursue it more. But yeah, that's what I was looking for then. That's why I came here initially. But why I'm staying now is I realized that you can have fun anywhere. I was just, they
Right.
have good marketing, and that's why I got in my head. And I don't, the game days are awesome. That is very fun. But every college town, you're going to love your game days either
Yeah.
way. But I do like the color orange. And what's keeping me staying here is, mainly the people I've met.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm trying to think what really separates it though from other schools.
The people do matter, though.
I think the people, but they're good people at every school.
Yes.
So other than that, what separates Tennessee? And
It's okay if you don't have the answer.
for me personally, it's the country music aspect.
Okay.
I like that it's close to Nashville. And I like that the general population here likes to hear that because that's what I like to play. And I like that the music faculty here, my guitar teacher, he gets that and he helps me work on that. And since it is close to Nashville in that way, my professors, they're all kind of on that wave of where I want to go.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel understood in that way and represented. And I like Rocky Top, I like the song.
And the dining hall.
I like the dining hall. But and I like that as a music school too. It has all the cool parts of Nashville, whatever, country music. And it's not a pretentious music school at all.
Yeah.
It's not very competitive. It's you know, welcoming, and they want to work with what fits you best. And it seems pretty low key, pretty
Right.
chill, and it has those aspects of what I'm into, and I can tap into that. That's what makes it special for me. The campus. I honestly do wish it was more like Alabama in the way that it was plains and flatter, and a little bit more open, like Elon. When I went there, that place is very spacious. On campus here, it is a bit like a city, with the high rises and all that. Um, so I wish it was a little bit wider, more open, and still had all the aspects that I love. But the things that I love about it, with the music and the faculty and the fun vibe of it, makes up for the landscape that I don't really need.
Yeah. Also, move this closer to you.
Got you, bro.
Not too close, but just
Here.
don't be in the moon.
Yeah,
On the
yeah,
moon.
yeah.
I think it's two things. The people do matter more than you realize.
Well, yeah, but it's like if you really go anywhere, you can find good people.
You will find good people and you will have fun, but one thing that stood out to me about the University of Alabama was the people.
Really?
Yes, the people were different, and I would have a much harder time fitting in there if I went there because of the people. The people that go there are, because it's a majority that are in Greek life. Right. That means if you're not in Greek life, you're going to have a hard time finding people that are similar to you, that maybe like being creative or, want to be involved in the clubs. I'm kind of speaking, I don't know. I don't know for sure, but that from my time being there, that is what stood out to me was
Okay.
the people were different. And you can find your people everywhere, but
you're going to have to look a little harder there.
Yeah, I mean, to an extent, you feel like you fit in. And I feel like I fit in here. And I know that they feel like they fit in there, which is beautiful. If you found your fit in a school, that is what's most important.
Yeah.
For me personally, the people down there were a lot different from me. And that's okay, but...
That just sounds like school culture, too.
It is. It is school culture, yes.
Like, people might go there and then change to fit the culture, but they're still the same person.
Yeah. It was just different. But the other thing, too, I really like how walkable our campus is. I talked to Mia about this.
That is good, yeah.
Tennessee is a lot more walkable than other D1 schools, and part of that is because we do literally have less buildings. Like, we don't have 2 rec centers. We don't have these massive, massive dining halls, but the campus is connected by a ped walkway. It is literally a straight shot to any class you're trying to get to for the most part.
And there's no other campus,
right.
The football stadium's on campus. There's no place you have to take a bus to.
Right.
Yeah.
And in Alabama, it's the opposite. You're walking 20 minutes at least, is what I was hearing. 20 minutes is an average because,
keeps you fit.
Dude, I mean the amount we took golf carts downtown to the main street, or you take an Uber. When they go out, they Uber or take a golf cart down. You don't walk. It's too far.
Yeah.
It's about 2 miles, I think, is what it was, to get down to their main area.
Yeah, I take that for granted about living here.
So the walkability is something that I think maybe in the back of my mind, that's actually one of the main reasons I came, is because of just how it feels like a community, right? You've got the main walkway connecting the stadium all the way down to the dining hall and the rec center. I mean,
yeah.
Georgia doesn't have that either. Georgia's super big too. I mean, the walks are not short at either of those schools. So that's something that I would like to point out.
I think all that, the walkability and everything, contributes to what this reminded me. Well, my favorite thing about Tennessee is is that even though it is a big school and whatever, I think we both feel that we are special being here. We feel like we are able to carve our own path in such a big school. And like with me, I have my music, and it's kind of like I've been able to tailor it to exactly what I want. Country music, guitar lessons, jazz a bit, and then also being a music business major. You are able to do your podcast and run it through the business school now too, and get that job.
Right.
Like, we're able to make it our own.
Right.
And I think, maybe being able to walk to all that makes it feel like we kind of have control over that too.
Yeah.
And that's probably my favorite part about it, is that there's so many resources and there's so many people that go here but you can find your small community and niche and have control over that and make it come into your own here, even though
You
it
really
is
can.
huge.
You really can. That's part of the reason I was committed to Clemson initially is
I
because
always
of
forget that. I always forget that.
it's because of how small it was. I wanted athletics were such a big part for me. Clemson is known for having great athletics,
They're
but
not the everything school.
they're not the everything school, and they had around low 30s or high 20s,
Okay.
right? So it's still a D1 school. It's a major D1 school with
Yeah.
less kids, but great athletics. That's kind of what drew me in. Then here it's a little bit more in terms of kids,
Yeah.
but it fits the rest of the criteria.
Yeah.
But again, it is smaller than a lot of other D1 schools, and it feels smaller than a lot of D1 schools.
Why did that last minute transition happen again? You got
It
accepted
happened
here late?
I got accepted in, I think early June, mid June.
Okay,
It
okay.
was the last possible wave. I'm pretty sure. I mean,
Okay.
I had been committed to Clemson for a month at that point,
Yeah.
and then got let in at the very last second. But it really came down to money. That's why I'm here.
You would have been with Allison, bro.
Yeah, I would have.
And then maybe you would have, through Allison, you'd already know Mia,
Right.
and then we still would have met. If
We
you guys went
might
to
still have
Clemson,
met. Well, how would I know Allison though?
because
I wouldn't.
Mia would be like, "Oh, my best friend goes there."
Yeah, but me and I didn't know each other. If I went to Clemson, me and I might not be in contact.
Ah,
Everything would change. Everything would have changed if I went to Clemson. And we talked about this. We might go down to Clemson next semester.
oh, nice. Okay.
So I would love to go see that school again because I loved it. But we are meant to be here. That's all I'm trying to say. And I know you feel that way too.
At least we feel like we're meant to be, and that's because the school does a good job at, I think, providing enough resources and
Definitely.
opportunities that you can carve out your path to exactly what you want.
You can.
And that's the benefit of a big school, I think.
You know what the other thing is too that makes me feel like I'm meant to be here? How hard it is to get in.
Yeah.
Dead ass.
Yeah,
As an
that's
out of
fair.
state student, look at bro. I was a good student in high school,
Yeah.
and I was the last wave to get in to the University of Tennessee. Who would have
Yeah.
ever thought that was going to
Yeah.
be the case?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It was a bit different for me, because I applied with jazz guitar,
Right.
and you're a business major, so
Yeah, I guess the percentage goes
you
down.
have
but
like a lot more competition.
yeah,
For me, and maybe it was hard. I didn't realize, but I applied and I got like in, but I wasn't that happy because I knew it was only halfway in. I
Yeah.
still had to audition, and so like and then I auditioned, and when I got into the audition, I was very excited. But even then, it's like I didn't see that many other. I knew they have multiple days. When I was there, I saw like 5 other guitar players maybe.
okay, interesting.
And so it just like I didn't feel the competitive nature of it, because like I got in, but I was like, oh, I only got in because they have to let me audition. So I never felt like I got accepted like you did through that rigorous way. So
Very interesting because that's very different.
yeah, and it's just like even the audition, I didn't feel like I played that well. So I don't know. And the audition, I'm gonna be honest, they had like 30 different like, things listed for what you have to do.
Yeah,
It was like play these scales. It was like it was like a bunch of scales. Like you have to know more like knowledge, and then all that ended up being was just like play 2 songs.
really. So they make it look way harder than it is, and then you get up there, play 2 songs, boom.
Yeah, and it's like because all the stuff they had listed is like pretty basic things.
Yeah.
So I guess they just didn't want to waste time with that. But I remember it looking like a lot more than
Right.
I walked in. It was just like 2 songs.
Wow.
And you like what it was I played guitar and the drum professor played drums. It was like I was playing with the whole faculty.
Yeah,
So
that's
that-
cool.
It was cool, but it was a bit nerve wracking.
Definitely.
But yeah, so getting in here, I don't know. It was just a different process than you were.
Right.
But it was hard, but I didn't see as much competition because even when I told people I was like a jazz guitar major, most people didn't even know that existed.
Right.
So
I didn't see the competition either.
for
That's why it was surprising to me.
oh
Because
really?
when I didn't come down here, I didn't take an official tour. I walked around with my family.
Yeah.
There was no stats dropped on me about the amount of people applying. I had no idea, dude. When you look at Tennessee, you don't think academics. You just don't. Now it's
Now,
very
yeah.
much turning. But before, when I was going, I mean, my parents weren't thinking, oh, this is a great school. I mean, it's a great school, but academics is not what you think of at the top of your head. You think of football, you think of checkered Neyland, you think of nice weather, and I personally never thought of it as an academic
Yeah.
powerhouse.
But now they can just be more selective.
Now they can be more selective because, sure enough, that Alabama game 3 years ago,
Yeah.
we won on a field goal. Did you see the aftermath after that? We stormed the
Oh,
field,
yeah,
and it covered the entire field, and then we took the goalpost all the way down to the Nashville River.
I remember hearing about that, yeah.
And it was all over the news. So now you've just drawn in thousands of kids that want to go.
And then you can pick the best ones. And
Then you can pick the best ones. Are you ready for this? I'm going to drop you stats that make you realize how gifted you are to be here.
Okay.
The out-of-state acceptance rate for the University of Tennessee for our class, 23%. For a public university, that's low. And that's lower than the University of Georgia. And Georgia is normally thought of as a prestigious one to get into public-wise.
Yeah, wow, I didn't know that.
23%. It's getting low, dude.
Yeah, but that's the reason I feel like I sidestepped that is just because, like,
You did.
Who is.
You did because you're smart for it. Because now look, now you're a music business.
Yeah.
You don't need to get in off the business school. You can come in for a different major and then switch.
And what makes it easier
know?
is music business is run out of the music school still. So I didn't have to
Exactly.
change the college I was accepted
Exactly.
into. But, yeah, okay.
It's low, man. And that's why you're pulling people from all over the country because it's very selective now.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, too, is my friend who's a business analytics major just said we were moved into the top 25 business schools of public universities.
Woo!
That's a big deal, man.
That is good.
Like, we're moving up in every single category. Number 2 in the nation for supply chain. Number 5 for accounting.
It's good. It makes our degree more valuable.
It does. And then we're also having a ton of fun. So, shout out, man.
Everything's school.
Everything's school. It isn't.
Academically.
But there you go. That's a little rant about our school.
Yeah.
You know what happened? It's kind of to get off track. I wanted to make sure I covered this. I'm wearing the Broncos country jersey. Von Miller, shout out Von. Do you know what happened last night?
No.
Okay, so Torben, I know you're not a big football fan. Let me break it down very simply and very quickly. The Broncos were down 33-0 yesterday in the fourth quarter.
Okay.
And we came back to win the game.
Woo!
And it's never been done before.
33, that's the biggest.
Or 32-0. It was the biggest comeback in fourth quarter history after being shut out. So not the biggest ever.
Possible, bro?
It's insane to me. And I didn't even watch it live.
Oh.
I was so sad to miss that.
Why didn't you watch that, bro?
3v3 basketball. You know.
Okay. That's why. This is why you gotta get the Apple Vision Pro, bro.
I know.
So you can see text.
You see, I could have been shooting and seeing the game at the
watching
same
the
time.
game. Yeah.
I didn't even play in our game because I wanted us to win, so I just put in our best players, and so I could have been watching it. I was trying to be a team captain. All right, but dude, 33-0 or 32-0, we came back and won the game. Broncos country, let's ride.
Broncos, bro. What do they have? What's like their go vols? What do they say?
It's let's ride.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Oh, that's tough.
Yes,
That is tough.
and that was created. That was a really, really big meme when it came out because I'll show you the video. Our quarterback did like 5 takes of it, so the video is him continuously saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Broncos country, let's ride, and then he does it again.
Broncos country, let's ride.
Shout out Denver, man. Shout out the Broncos. So I just wanted to point that out, like, rep for my city. Never forget where you come
that's
from.
What the jersey's on today.
Never forget where you come from.
Tell me about 3v3 basketball.
We lost yesterday in the Final Four.
Wah, wah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. We have 2 guys on the team that are club basketball players.
Okay.
The club basketball team had a scrimmage yesterday.
Okay.
So they played on the club team and picked the club team over intramurals. I understand it, right?
Oh, that's not gonna fly.
Oh, yeah? Well, guess who was on the other team? 2 club basketball players.
So, wait, that's good for you then.
No, they played against us.
They picked intramurals?
They picked intramurals over club.
Okay.
If you're watching, bro, I got something to say about that, man. That's
You should email their coaches about that.
Yeah.
Guess what your
The
players
coaches
were?
knew.
Really?
And also the coach is a student, by the way, so they couldn't give less of a shit. Like,
Okay.
yeah, we lost in the Final Four. If we had our club dudes, it would have been a lot closer. That team ended up winning the whole thing. So
That's your excuse to prove yourself.
I know it is. It's
You
an
shouldn't have subbed yourself
excuse.
out.
I started the game and subbed myself out. I am a good player, but I wanted to keep the guys in that I thought were going to win. And, you know.
And then that way you can blame them for losing. You know
Well,
what's going down.
I will not do
Just
that.
Sub yourself out.
I will not do that, but I am making excuses. So.
Yes.
But yeah, you know, maybe to cap it off, tell us about your recent music success and the excitement that you feel or not.
Yes. So, when was the last time I was on a posted episode?
You were on the first episode of the year, the school year, so probably around 2 months ago, which is insane. But month and a half, 2 months.
Okay. Well, yes, I've played. I think since then I've done 3 gigs.
Yes.
3 gigs in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I have another one booked for this Saturday, October 24th. Sometime before the game, so around 4 or 5 p.m. At the Hill Bar and Grill in Knoxville, Tennessee. But yes, I've done 3 times there, and I'm very proud of that fact.
I am proud of you, dude.
It has
amazing.
been, you know, it wasn't okay. It was kind of hard to do it initially just because they would never respond. But you DM them enough times, and I got the guy's number finally.
Yeah.
And it's been pretty smooth sailing since then.
Yeah, good.
But what makes it easy is I'm big on under promising and over delivering to the establishment of the Hill.
How do you underpromise? What do you say?
I'll
Or
tell
don't
them,
you don't have to spill the secrets either.
I'll just say less people are coming than I actually know are.
Okay.
Because all they care about is bringing in people.
Right.
So, again, shout out
Smart.
to Mia Wilhoit,
Smart.
beautiful girlfriend. She is probably my biggest promoter and supporter, and she invites all of her friends. As soon as I tell her I have a date booked,
Yeah.
it's like a wildfire.
Yeah.
You know, more than because I don't like to. I'll post about it and I'll text in a group chat, but I'm not gonna tell people come see me. I don't know, because it's me doing it, and I don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't choose not to. I don't know. Maybe I get nervous, whatever. But Mia, like especially during recruitment when she still had that going on, she was like, yeah, I probably invited like 30 people. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, so I've gotten. It's probably like 20 people there sometimes just to see me.
Yeah, no.
And in terms of a bar,
more than that, man.
that's a decent, that's a pretty good amount. And so I'll tell him like, I don't know, 12 to 15 are going to show up. And so I think just having that alone,
Yes.
like I like to think I sound good
You
to them
sound
and they care
amazing.
about that. Thank you. But the fact that people come and see me is what really makes all the difference.
Absolutely.
And so and it's made it more fun too for me, you know, because you guys will be in the front row and sing along.
Yeah.
And it just, you know, having a crowd that's engaged like that is fun. But that was my main goal for the year, just get gigs. And I've been doing that, and it's been steady. And now, of course, the next thing is like, oh, well, I only play at one bar is what I'll think sometimes. But it's better than nothing.
It
It
is.
doesn't matter where it is. As long as people are hearing me play, I'm happy. But yeah, I am going to try and get some more. Been doing it with my friend Sky.
Yep.
He's very talented. We'll just do it, do a guitar. I'll sing. He'll sing, a couple songs sometimes too. Main thing I need to work on though is memorizing lyrics.
That's hard, but
Because I have like a phone stand where I can read the lyrics, and it's more so like a peace of mind thing.
yeah.
Because the stress I feel when I know I don't know what to say next.
Yeah.
In a song,
Yeah, it's hard.
I don't enjoy that. I think it's a bit of PTSD too.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you about my first gig ever?
No.
It was 2023, like May. I was a junior, and I didn't like, it was my first one ever. So you don't like, you have to prepare, but you don't know exactly how much.
Yeah.
Like, failure is the greatest teacher,
Right.
and I got taught. We did like a set list of like 7 songs, and I wrote them out and I sang them like 3 times. I was like, yeah, I know it. I could sing along to it in the car, so I figured, yeah, I have it memorized. But and I just still, I felt confident beforehand, but I've never sang on stage before that, and
Right.
then having to sing in front of 30 people all looking at you, that was tough.
Yeah.
And so like I flopped and I forgot the lyrics for like most of the songs. The band was just out of time. And yeah, I would just stop singing and I would shit my pants. And so then later after that, we a couple months later, different band, a couple new people, a smaller group as well. And then we did it was the same place, but it was like November of that year, and we did a set list of like 14 songs, and I actually like I wrote out all the songs like, and I would study them in school
Yeah.
and like memorize the lyrics as if they were tests, and that really helped me out.
Okay.
And now since I take requests and I do like 30 songs sometimes, or I'll play it for like 2.5 hours. It's just not feasible.
Right.
But I would like to not be relying on my phone. But
You'll get there
yes,
with
but
practice, with time.
yes. So that has been the biggest joy this year so far. The fact that you come and see me, bro, is beautiful.
I love supporting you, man.
And you know the words to my original songs.
I do.
That's cool. I show my parents the videos of you guys singing along like American Eyes. They're very proud.
It's one of the most beautiful things, man.
Yes, yeah. And this is probably like it's gonna sound like I'm talking to my butt here, but when celebrities talk about, really, they're the happiest starting out small and playing for all their friends. I'm not saying I'll ever play a stadium, but I'm like, if you're playing that kind of place, you can't see really up close.
Yeah, you
how
can't
people
see
are,
that personal reaction.
how they are reacting to you
You can
playing.
hear it though.
Yeah. So what's nice about this is I'm right there, and I can hear you guys singing along, and I can kind of connect with everyone there, even by like just by playing to them, and I enjoy that very much. And shout out to the Hill, wonderful bar and wonderful establishment, and thank you for letting me play there. But yeah, so that has been a great joy, and I need to keep I need to keep doing more.
Yeah.
I I went to a rap show this Friday, and
Heard about this.
and what I learned there too about performing is the music was not that good,
Yeah.
and it was a ticketed event, and there's probably 10 other people there. The room could hold like 500, and like 10 people showed up, and the way they did it was they had a DJ playing the guy's song, and the guy would come out and hold a mic. And even though they started late, no one was there, nobody knew their songs, the performers still came out and sang with all their heart.
Good.
He had great energy. He was interacting with the crowd, and he tried his best. And I just think I need to keep that in mind too, because, I will still like half-ass it a bit when it comes to learning the music as much as I can, or I'll get pretty in my head pretty quick if I sing a song and it doesn't sound the way I want it to,
Right.
and then I'll like be upset and like I don't try to do worse, but I sound worse. So I learned that I just need to always kind of step outside of how I feel in that moment. Whether I'm embarrassed if nobody shows up, or if I know I don't sound my best, I just need to put on the best show I can. And that was a valuable lesson I learned.
So you just put everything out there, it'll work out.
Yes.
I think the other thing too that's important is always enjoying what you do, man. I mean, I do this mostly to get views and shit, but no, I do it for fun.
Yeah.
I do it for fun, man. I'm not racking up crazy views, and I really appreciate every single person that watches it, even if it's for a minute or a second, really. But I love doing this, and I know that you love playing, and I
Yes.
think that most importantly, you never lose that love, because that's what's keeping you going ultimately, is the passion you have for it.
I'm gonna ask a negative sounding question.
What's up?
What's the part you hate most about doing this podcast? That you just it grinds your gears.
Do you have a part about playing that really upsets you?
Yeah, but
What is it?
well, it's just like sometimes singing, Like physically, it hurts my throat sometimes. Um, I don't like it when, like, I like it that people are want to hear me play something. When I have a song I want to play and people are like yelling requests, I'll get annoyed by that. I'm not gonna lie sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, uh, I don't like. Well, even practicing. I like practicing, but like sometimes I'm just not motivated.
Yeah.
Um, or like I'm content with the way it sounds. Or sometimes I'm sick of the songs I know how to sing. Um, I wish that what I wish most is I could have a full band, but they don't
Yeah.
want it to be too loud. So I have to make it work with two guitars right now. Um, and it doesn't. Sometimes I get frustrated with to the people I'm playing for. I don't sound as good as I could, so they'll think this is my best. Um, but yeah, what's the hardest part about this podcast?
Well, I want to touch on one thing you said first. I've had the pleasure of watching you play many, many times, so I know what your best is. And I know what you're saying, you don't want the first impression to be something that you're not proud of.
Yeah,
I get that. If someone watches a first episode of my show and it's not the best that I put out, then,
yeah. It's like
there's something to that for
I feel
sure.
like embarrassed, you know.
Yeah. You should never be embarrassed because guess what? If you come out on an off day or an on day, like you said, if you bring your best, if you absolutely give it everything you have, then it doesn't matter honestly, it doesn't matter what they think at all,
Yeah.
but it really doesn't matter what they think in that moment because you're putting out your best.
Yes.
So I get what you're saying about that. I
Yeah.
would say the hardest part about this show is that I want it to be so much bigger. And I
Yeah.
know it can be so much bigger, but it's not. And I'm working towards getting there.
Bigger in terms of audience or
Yes,
quality
in
or
terms of the audience. There are very few things at this point that I feel like I need to do in terms of quality. I could be wrong about that,
yeah.
but the hardest part about social media and this podcast is growing. That is the hardest thing to
Yeah.
do in the world, especially on YouTube. So growing this thing is hard. It's not something you wish you could just have it in a day,
Yeah.
but if everyone could do it in a day, then everyone would do it. So I enjoy the growth part. I'm waiting for it to catch, man, because I love it so much and I want to do this long term.
What makes your podcast stand out?
Dude, we're in no one is getting a firsthand take on college because no one has a podcast in college. Maybe
Yeah.
not nobody, but I can't name another student that has a podcast.
None of them I've heard have been as honest and sincere as yours. I think what you do well is you're not trying to impress anybody when you come on here. You just honestly want to hear people's day to day lives.
I do. I want to talk to a lot of people.
Like any college podcast I see on like Instagram will be about like
I guess
party
there's
life
ASU.
and like FERDA podcasts. But I think you just want to learn from everybody, and I think that is what makes your podcast special.
Thank you, Torben.
Yes.
What do you think are the next steps for yourself? But then also, what do you think are the next steps for me?
I mean, we both know TikTok is
Yeah, I know.
it's free promotion, and we're not doing it every
definitely
day. So
Yeah,
you
more TikTok.
TikTok, Reels, Facebook, YouTube Shorts. I've looked at the services you can pay for. It's like you upload it to there, and then it'll automatically post it to all.
I've
6.
heard about this. Oh my god, I need it.
So I
I need
might
it.
pay for that.
I would
honestly.
pay for it too, bro.
I might just because
It's a lot of work to do each single platform individually.
yeah, and I've been thinking about that. But definitely, promotion. I'm trying to think how do you draw people into a podcast other than that?
It's that is the majority though.
Well,
I've watched videos.
all the
man.
biggest
It's-
ones, most famous podcasts are all like comedians. So
Yeah,
they're famous,
they already had a fan base prior to it.
and
Yes.
people just like them as a host. So then they want to see what they have to say.
Yes,
So
that's hard.
Start doing stand up, bro.
I know. I've thought about it, man. Because if I were to go like the YouTube route,
Yeah.
I would love to go the YouTube route too. That'd be fun. But a lot of podcasters already start with an audience, right? You've got athletes, professional NBA players, NFL players starting their own shows, but they already have the following, so it's already there. I'm trying to build something from the ground up, so it's a little bit different. But
What other creative avenues have you thought about pursuing?
dude, I watch a lot of YouTube, so I that is the main one. I would feel like I
Like a vlogger
would
or
enjoy that. Vlogging, yes, but I don't know, man. Just making content in general is something I
gaming
enjoy.
content?
I mean, shoot, everybody's got a gaming channel at this point. I would totally, I mean, I used to stream.
You
I,
did?
I
You did?
streamed a few
You did?
times on Fortnite, and I would get
Oh
like,
yeah.
I don't know, 5 people in the chat, and it felt awesome because they were, chatting. It was just
Yeah.
fun. I would
Yeah.
stream. I feel like streaming would be really fun. Doing YouTube would be really fun. Um, I don't know. What about you? What about yourself? Have you thought about this?
If I didn't do music,
Yeah.
my dad he tells me he used to wonder if I would ever go to art school for like drawing and
There you
painting.
go, because you're talented enough to do it.
But I don't think I would enjoy that.
No.
That's something
Yeah, I could
I
see
like to do
you not
just
liking
like if
that.
I have time for fun. And being told how to do it, I think would suck the fun out of it for me.
Yeah.
Also, that's kind of what it's like in music school too. Um, just the competitive structure nature of it. Like all the best musicians, especially for jazz too, like in the '60s and '50s and all that. Uh, all the people who studied didn't go to music school, but whatever. So if I didn't do music, I mean, I've thought about. Well, I already post
You do
TikToks.
art TikToks, bro.
No, I wouldn't do anything art related. I think I would enjoy. I like graphic design.
That
I
could be cool.
like even the flyers I make for when I do
Yeah.
get a gig. I look forward to making the
Yeah,
flyers.
no, for sure.
Um, I like, I like, I like teaching, but I wouldn't want to be a school teacher. But I like teaching one-on-one guitar. So I don't know if there's anything else I could teach.
Okay.
Um, oh, I ever tell you about the TikToks I used to make, bro?
No. Oh, no.
Like non-musical TikToks.
No.
Me and my brother Connor, I took them all down off TikTok, but they were like skits. We would like it was during COVID, so
Yeah. Yeah,
peak
a lot of
boredom,
time.
and yeah, we do like comedy skits, and they were not good, but I enjoy putting movies and all that. I don't know what I would do, but I just have. Okay, you want me to wrap it up
No,
now?
no, no, no. That's gonna connect to something
Oh,
though.
okay. I just there's something in me that I gotta get out, whether it's through music or art or whatever. But
Creativity.
what does it connect to,
Oh,
bro?
well, that's just where our TikTok comes in.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you
Oh
talk
yeah.
about posting bits on TikTok. That's something that I really do want to do.
Yeah.
At some point,
Have you
we
talked about
need
that?
to the idea.
No, shout out your account you made, bro.
Oh yeah, I do. I mean, yeah, you're on the first video, so there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a new TikTok. It's a personal TikTok, so we're gonna at some point or another we'll start making videos because I think.
Yes.
Tell me we're not. I mean, tell me we aren't. We are so capable
We are
of
very
making
capable.
skits that will succeed
'Cause
ultimately,
we have the ideas, and I think we both have the work ethic.
and we want to.
Yeah. But the hardest thing
It's
for
finding
me
time. That's
is
where.
I never want to do anything public. Like
Yeah.
your ideas about going on PED, you
Yeah.
could do that, but I could not go
We
up to
don't.
people on PED and like give them cake or whatever. I could.
Dude, those ideas are solely for the purpose of just throwing them out there. I don't know if I could do it either. Like,
Yeah, anything where it's like you go in public in
yeah,
like a
public
costume
embarrassment
like,
or anything like that. Yeah,
I just don't want to like. I don't have no desire to be a public disturbance.
I agree.
But if we
I
just
do agree with
film
that.
these videos, like the toothbrush trick shot one,
Yeah,
that one was glorious.
yeah,
I mean that's gonna bro drop if you don't you drop that in the next week
Yeah.
or something. That's gotta go up.
it does have to go up.
Yeah, we need to do that.
I think we would be good at it.
Maybe I'll
man.
quit music for that, bro.
Yeah, there you
We
go.
do it full time.
Don't ever quit music, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. You're too good.
But yes, how would you get big? My idea is,
Honestly, through that as an opportunity.
make
You know
yourself
that.
a draw to other people, so then they want to hear what you have to say, and then they'll find out. Oh, he has a podcast. I want to hear what Grant has to
Right.
say about this.
Okay. Yeah.
And then also the
Right.
guests you bring in,
They
just
do
like,
matter.
but it's just like how you promote them in the title too. Like, I like. I'm trying to think. What did I just watch?
The barber one? Or
No,
a
it
show,
was
a
a
different
country singer.
show.
I watched Theo Von interview Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you can get them, but it's like, I am interested in country music, and I wanted to hear what these guys who are like
Yeah.
legends had to say.
Absolutely.
So, if you can, once you have enough analytics, figure out what your audience is most into,
Right.
and bring in guests that represent that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely do need to understand my audience a little bit more.
Who is your audience right now?
Outside
of friends and family, do you
I
know
mean,
who's-
there are adults that listen that are my dad or mom's coworkers. They'll listen,
Yeah.
our neighbors and stuff, but it's hard. I think I have there's students that listen, but then there's also adults that listen, and then it's hard. I don't know. I really don't know, but I do have to say that I'm just grateful for the people that do tune in, man.
Yes.
I'm really grateful, and despite the whole, I don't want to come off as I'm complaining I don't have followers or subscribers. I love what I do, and I love the people that support me, and I'm grateful for you guys. This is what I want to do. So if you could spread that love to others, I would appreciate it.
And if you don't know Grant personally, comment. Give him a little bio in the comments.
Yeah, give me what you want to hear. Maybe some more feedback too. Give me what you want to hear.
Yes.
Give me what you want to listen to, who you want to hear it from, and give me feedback because I'd love it.
And if you
I
want me
I need to
back
get
as
more
a
feedback.
guest, please make it clear. Please.
Because Yo has been on 5 times now. We don't
did-
even
we
know
did-
if they're successful,
Yeah.
which most of them are, by the way.
Bro,
So-
you were right. I do just like being interviewed, bro.
Yeah.
I do just enjoy it. It's fun,
It is fun, and that's why we're here.
Being the guest on a podcast is the best thing in the world. Have your other guests talked to you about this after they wrap it up with you?
I know that they enjoy it, and it's something they can say now that they did.
Because,
So
everyone, if
it's a cool offer, right?
Humbly brag about everything you do for an hour. One day we should do one where I'm the host and you get to act like you're being interviewed, so you can see how it feels, bro.
Yeah. No, even getting asked a question when you prompt questions to me, it feels good.
It's
I know
fun.
how it feels.
And it's like, even today I realize I can talk for 15 minutes straight. Not that I should, but it's just like it's just nice to let it out.
Yeah.
What you've been thinking.
Almost like therapy.
I've been journaling. I'm
glad you have been.
You want me to talk for much longer, or should I wrap it up?
I mean, you can cover this journaling piece, but we do need a wrap.
Okay. With journaling, you do it often? Or?
Yeah, I try and do it every day, but I'm not on that.
Every day is crazy.
No, yeah, I will look back on because I've been doing it for over a year, and I'll look back on my journal from last year, and it's just like a whole week gap of nothing.
Yeah.
But then there's weeks where I'll do it every day, and it's good.
Wow. I've been on the once or twice a week train, and I'll try to cover key points of the week. But what I've struggled with is being super honest in it. Because what I do sometimes is I find I'll think something negative, and I'll write down what I want to be thinking, and I'll write down. I was like I won't be honest.
Okay.
About like the negative thoughts I have or whatever.
Which you should be.
Yes, but then it's almost like you're writing it into existence. You know what I mean? So if I'm like, oh, I didn't work hard enough, and I fucking forgot to practice on my guitar, and I felt a little bit lonely this weekend, I'll write down like, looking forward to practice more guitar.
Good work.
or just like, it's hard to be super honest because then it feels like it becomes real. But I think I've started to do that more, and it's helped me hold myself more accountable with the journaling.
That's good. One thing I haven't done it yet, but I'm gonna try and pass it on to you as well. I'm about to finish the book that JP gave me. It's David Goggins who wrote it about his life. You can't hurt me. It just covers all the stuff that he went through in his life and how he became basically the strongest human mental, like the strongest mind. Yeah, the strongest mind on earth, no questions asked for me.
Yeah.
And each chapter he gives a challenge to the reader, And a lot of them involve journaling. Like one of the first challenges is write down your weaknesses. Write down the moments that made you you.
Yeah.
That's hard to do. I haven't done it yet, but I think it can help people. I think it helps you realize what you suck at, you know?
Yeah.
And then it helps once it's on paper, you're looking at it and you're like, dang, I don't want that to be real anymore. And you fix it. It helps you fix it.
Yeah.
So there's an element of journaling, man, where you got to be honest with yourself, and I do that on occasion, but it is hard to be like, hey, I didn't do this week. I didn't post this week. I didn't complete all my work this week. It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
But it's good for you. So keep doing it.
So yeah, I've been expressing myself to my journal.
Good.
So you guys will happy to be here.
And once he's famous, we will leak all of your journal writings. And
now it's a diary.
The
now
super fans will just eat that up, man. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, we can put that in the documentary 70 years down the road.
That's right.
What I thought about sophomore year in college.
That's right. Well, because then people are going to be curious. How did he get to where he is? Well, he was writing about gumdrops and lily pads and writing colored pencil.
Yeah, colored pencils
over the weekends. I'm just kidding.
Favorite art medium, colored pencils, bro.
That's right. That is really cool.
It's fun.
We got to wrap it, man. We always go over time because I love you and I love talking to you. But
I love you too, bro.
That does do it for another episode of Granted. Let's get a quick thumbnail. So, I don't normally do this. But it has to be more like a. Ready? Wait, hold on. Hold it for 5 seconds. Yeah, that'll play.
Yeah, that'll play.
Good work, bro.
What are you gonna put in the title for me? What is it gonna look like?
What?
Like Grant interviewing
It doesn't work anymore because you've been on too many times.
Yeah.
You send me clickbait and I'll put it on the title.
Yeah.
No, but thank you guys for listening each and every time. If you made it to the end, y'all are some real ones, man. And I appreciate you guys for listening. I appreciate you for tuning in. I really appreciate the support. We're trying to take it to the moon, man. So, with that being said, we're Audi 5000. Peace out, man. We'll see you next week.
Peace out, Grant.